Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the top 10 countries that are less welcoming to newcomers than a hedgehog in a balloon factory. Look, we all love the idea of starting fresh in a new country. But before you pack your bags, it's important to be aware of the potential pitfalls. Some destinations have more pitfalls than a poorly designed mini golf course. We're not saying they're all bad, but let's just say they haven't exactly rolled out the welcome mat. More like they've left out a damp dishcloth and a strongly worded note about taking your shoes off. Japan. Land of the rising sun, bullet trains and vending machines that dispense everything from ramen to underwear. It's a fascinating place, but it's not exactly known for its open-door immigration policy. Getting a visa to live and work in Japan is about as easy as parallel parking a school bus in a snowstorm. The process is notoriously complex, with more paperwork than a Shakespearean history play. Japanese society is incredibly homogeneous, and fitting in as an outsider can be tough. The language barrier is significant, and social customs are deeply ingrained. You'll need to learn everything from the proper way to bow to the intricacies of using chopsticks without causing a diplomatic incident. People do build lives in Japan, but it takes a special kind of dedication and perseverance. Next up, we have Saudi Arabia, a land of vast deserts, oil wealth, and strict social and cultural norms. It's important to understand that Saudi Arabia operates under a very different set of rules than many Western countries. For instance, freedom of religion is pretty much non-existent. Public displays of any faith other than Islam are strictly prohibited. Women still face significant restrictions on their freedoms. Despite its vast oil wealth, Saudi Arabia has struggled to create jobs for its growing population. This creates a system where immigrants are often exploited and denied basic rights. Unless you're a highly skilled professional with a lucrative job offer, Saudi Arabia might not be the most welcoming place to start a new life. From the icy plains of Siberia to the bustling streets of Moscow, Russia is a country of contradictions. It's a place of stunning beauty, rich culture, and a history that is both glorious and tragic. But it's also a country that has been grappling with its identity since the fall of the Soviet Union. In recent years, Russia has seen a rise in nationalism and xenophobia. This has made life increasingly difficult for immigrants who are often seen as a threat to Russian culture and identity. The government has also made it increasingly difficult for foreigners to obtain visas and work permits. And even if you do manage to jump through all the hoops, you'll likely encounter discrimination and prejudice from locals. There are welcoming people in every corner of the globe, but if you're looking for a country that will welcome you with open arms, Russia might not be the best choice right now. Chapter 4: South Korea, K-pop and K-drama, but K-welcome? Not so much. South Korea, the land of K-pop, K-dramas, and kimchi. It's a country that's captured the hearts of millions worldwide with its vibrant culture and technological prowess. But behind the glitz and glamour of Seoul, there's a different reality for many foreigners trying to make a life in South Korea. The language barrier is a major obstacle, and while many younger Koreans speak some English, venturing outside of major cities can feel like entering a linguistic black hole. Beyond language, there's a strong emphasis on conformity and social hierarchy. This emphasis on conformity can make it difficult for foreigners to feel truly accepted, especially those who don't fit the mold. While there are success stories of expats thriving in South Korea, it's important to acknowledge the challenges that come with adapting to such a culturally distinct and demanding environment. Chapter 5: Switzerland, more than just chocolate and neutrality issues. Switzerland, famed for its stunning alpine scenery, delicious chocolate, and a neutrality so committed it makes Switzerland the Zelig of geopolitical conflicts. It's a country that seems to have it all: a high standard of living, a stable economy, and more breathtaking scenery than a Bob Ross painting marathon. But beneath this idyllic facade lies a more complex reality. Switzerland has a long history of being wary of outsiders. One of the biggest challenges is the language barrier. Switzerland has 4 official languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. And while many Swiss people speak English, you'll need to be fluent in at least one of the national languages to truly integrate into society. Switzerland is notoriously expensive, and housing can be particularly difficult to find, especially in major cities. Chapter 6: Australia, land down under, where the cost of living is up over there. G'day mates, welcome to Australia, the land of sunshine, surfing, and more deadly creatures than a Quentin Tarantino film. It's a country known for its laid-back attitude, stunning natural beauty, and an uncanny ability to produce world-class athletes and actors. But before you pack your bags and book a flight to the land down under, there are a few things you should know. Australia is an expensive place to live, especially in major cities like Sydney and Melbourne. Rent is sky-high, groceries cost a small fortune, and even a simple cup of coffee can set you back a $5. And while the job market is relatively strong, competition for skilled positions can be fierce. Australia has a lot to offer, but if you're on a tight budget or not keen on encountering a spider the size of your head, you might want to consider your options carefully. Chapter 7. Germany. Don't mention the war or the bureaucracy. Germany, the land of beer, bratwurst, and a history that's, well, let's just say it's complicated. But beyond its past, modern-day Germany is a global powerhouse, known for its strong economy, efficient infrastructure, and love of all things precision-engineered. However, even with its many draws, Germany hasn't quite perfected the art of welcoming newcomers. While the country has become more open to immigration in recent years, particularly for skilled workers, integrating into German society can still feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. German grammar is notoriously complex, and even if you're fluent in other languages, mastering German can feel like trying to tame a wild boar. And while many Germans speak English, particularly in larger cities, venturing outside of urban areas can feel isolating if you don't speak the language. From registering your address to opening a bank account, be prepared to navigate a labyrinth of paperwork and regulations. Chapter 8. Venezuela Paradise Postponed. Venezuela, a country blessed with breathtaking natural beauty, from the Andes Mountains to the Caribbean coastline. It's a land of vibrant culture, passionate people, and unfortunately, a recent history marred by political and economic turmoil. The country has been grappling with hyperinflation, food shortages, and political instability, making it difficult to maintain a decent standard of living. Safety is also a major concern, with high rates of crime and violence in many areas. While we sincerely hope to see Venezuela return to its former glory, for the time being, it's a country that requires careful consideration before packing your bags. The situation remains fluid, and it's crucial to stay informed about the latest developments before making any decisions about moving there. Chapter 9. Denmark, Hygge, Your Way to Loneliness. Denmark, the land of Hygge, Lego, and a social safety net so comprehensive it could double as a trampoline park. It's a country often lauded for its high quality of life, progressive social policies, and ability to produce more pastries than a bakery convention. But cracking the code of Danish social life can be harder than assembling a Lego Death Star without the instructions. Danes are known for their reserved nature and strong sense of personal space. Making friends in Denmark takes time, patience, and a willingness to put yourself out there, even if it means enduring your fair share of awkward silences and hesitant smiles. Chapter 10. United States, the land of the free, to wait in line. The United States, a country built on immigration, a melting pot of cultures, a nation that prides itself on being a beacon of hope and opportunity. But before you book that one-way ticket to the land of opportunity, let's address the elephant, or perhaps the donkey, in the room. Navigating the U.S. immigration system can be more daunting than trying to parallel park a Hummer in a CVS parking lot. The process is notoriously complex, expensive, and often feels about as welcoming as a TSA agent on a Monday morning. Be prepared for mountains of paperwork, endless waiting periods, and a legal system that can feel designed to make even the most patient person want to scream into the void. And even if you're lucky enough to secure a visa, the challenges don't magically disappear. The U.S. is a vast and diverse country, but it's also a place where cultural differences, political polarization, and economic disparities can make integration feel like navigating a minefield in a blindfold and flip-flops. So, while the U.S. has much to offer, it's important to be prepared for the challenges ahead. Outro. So, where can you move? Check back next week. Thanks for watching. We know this wasn't exactly a travel brochure, but we believe in honesty, even when it makes you want to build a bunker and hide from the world. We hope this video helps you make an informed decision if you're considering moving abroad. Remember, every country has its challenges and rewards. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more informative content. And let us know in the comments if you have any experiences or thoughts about these countries. We're always up for a good or horrifying expat story.